Bro, have you ever felt like you're working all day but still not making progress? It's not because you're not trying hard enough, it's because you're wasting energy on the wrong things. Most people think productivity is about doing more, but that's the fastest way to burn out and get nowhere. The real secret? Doing the right things, the things that actually move the needle while eliminating everything that slows you down. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 productivity hacks that will make you 99.9% more productive, and you don't even have to spend a dollar. These aren't the same basic tips you heard before either. These are the real shifts that separate people who get things done from the ones who just stay stuck. Hack number 1, energy budgeting. Most people think productivity is about managing time, but if your energy is drained, time doesn't really matter. The real key to getting more done isn't just managing time, it's managing where you spend your energy. And if you don't control it, distractions will spend it for you. Here's how it works. Every single day you wake up with a limited amount of mental and physical energy. Let's say you wake up with 100 energy points, right? Every task you do throughout the day spends some of those points. Work on a high impact project, that costs 30 energy points. Scrolling TikTok for an hour, that costs 20 energy points. Arguing with somebody about something that doesn't even matter, that costs 50 energy points. Before you know it, your energy is gone, spent on low value tasks that did nothing to push you forward. And now, when it's finally time to work on something that actually matters, you're exhausted, unfocused, burnt out. This is why high performers don't just plan their time, they budget their energy. Instead of letting random distractions drain them throughout the day, they treat their focus like a bank account. They only spend it on what actually gives them the highest return. Here's how to apply it. Step 1, track where your energy is going. At the end of the day, take 30 seconds to ask yourself, what gave me energy today? What drained my energy today? And what needs to change tomorrow? Step 2, cut out low value tasks. If something is draining you but giving you nothing in return, it's an energy leak. Eliminate it, automate it, or delegate it. Step 3, prioritize energy positive tasks first. Instead of spending your energy reacting to notifications and distractions, protect your first 90 minutes of your day for high impact work. That means lock in before the world starts pulling you in different directions. This one shift alone will completely change how productive you feel. Because when you start managing your energy instead of just your time, you'll realize you don't need more hours in the day. You just need to stop wasting the ones you already have. Now, managing your energy is step 1, but if you're constantly distracted, even high energy days won't get you anywhere. Hack number 2, the focus anchor. You don't have a focus problem. You have a activation problem. Your brain is wired to respond to cues. That's why athletes have pre-game rituals, why musicians have warm-up routines, and why high performers don't just hope they can focus, they have a focus anchor that trains their brain to lock in instantly. And if you don't, distractions will decide your focus for you. So here's how it works. Instead of sitting down and trying to will yourself into focus, you create a pre-workout ritual that conditions your brain to shift gears automatically. The key is consistency. The same trigger every time before deep work. Within days, your brain will start associating that trigger with instant focus. No wasted time, no procrastination, no mental resilience. Here's how to apply it. Step 1, pick a simple focus anchor. This is the action that tells your brain it's time to lock in. It could be playing the same song or sound before work, drinking a specific coffee or tea only during deep work, lighting a candle, putting on blue light glasses, or using noise-canceling headphones, doing 1 minute of deep breathing or visualization before starting. Step 2, keep it consistent. Your brain needs repetition to make the connection. Use the same trigger every time, and within days, your brain will start locking in without effort. Step 3, protect this process. No notifications, no distractions, no switching tasks. Once you activate your focus anchor, commit fully. The moment you break this consistency, you weaken the effect. This hack changed my life because it eliminated the wasted time of trying to focus. Instead of spending 20 minutes warming up, I trained my brain to enter flow state instantly. It's literally the closest thing to a focus cheat code. Now, focus is one thing, but if you're constantly getting interrupted by notifications, emails, or random distractions, even the best focus system won't save you. Hack number 3, the notification purge. Every time you check your phone, it takes an average of 23 minutes to regain deep focus. Now, multiply that by how many times you check notifications every day. That's why you feel like you're working all day but getting nowhere. Now, the only way to fix this, you need to eliminate distractions before they happen. That's where the notification purge comes in. Here's how it works. Instead of trying to resist checking your phone, you make checking your phone impossible. You eliminate the triggers before they ever pull you out of focus. You don't fight distractions, you erase them. So here's how I want you to apply it, right? Step one, you turn off 99% of your notifications. Go into your settings and shut off everything except for actual emergencies. No social media pings, no email pop ups, no your package has shipped notifications. If it's not urgent, it doesn't need to interrupt your focus. Step two, physically remove your phone during deep work. If your phone is within arm's reach, your brain will check it on autopilot, even if nothing is happening. Put it in another room and lock it in the drawer. At the very least, flip it upside down and put it on Do Not Disturb. The goal is to create friction between you and your distractions. Step three, batch your phone time. Instead of checking notifications all day, set 2 to 3 specific times per day where you check messages, where you respond to people and you handle emails. Outside of those times, your phone is off limits. This hack changed my life because it made focus feel effortless. Instead of battling distractions, I stopped giving them a way in. I no longer had to force myself to stay focused because there was nothing pulling me away in the first place. Hack number 4, the reverse dopamine trick. Have you ever noticed that you can spend hours scrolling TikTok, playing video games, or watching Netflix without ever even thinking about it? But when it comes to working on your goals, you suddenly feel exhausted? It's not because you're lazy, it's because your brain has been trained to chase easy dopamine instead of real progress. And if you don't rewire this, you'll always struggle to be productive. That's where the reverse dopamine trick comes in. Instead of letting your brain crave distractions, you literally reprogram it to crave focus, deep work, and execution. Just exactly how it creates social media. Because here's the truth, dopamine isn't bad, it's just a reward chemical. Your brain doesn't care whether it's getting dopamine from meaningless distractions or a high level achievement. It just chases whatever gives the fastest reward. And right now, that's the problem. Most people are rewarding their brain for doing nothing. Here's how you apply it. Step 1, delay your dopamine hits until after real work. If you normally check your phone first thing in the morning, stop. If you start your day with Netflix, you gotta stop. If you reward yourself before actually doing deep work, your brain will never crave productivity. It will always chase the easiest reward. From now on, the rule is dopamine first comes from execution, not from distractions. Step 2, pair productive habits with small dopamine triggers. High performers create dopamine loops that make deep work feel just as rewarding as distractions. Maybe you light a candle every time you write. Maybe you only drink your favorite coffee when you're working. Maybe you listen to a specific playlist that gets you in the zone. Whatever it is, you link productivity to something that gives a small, pleasurable reward. So now your brain starts craving execution instead of avoidance. Step 3, track your progress visually. Your brain loves seeing results. It's why people check their bank accounts, their workout stats, or even their likes on social media. If you want to make productivity addictive, give yourself visual proof that you're winning. A habit tracker, a streak counter, even a physical calendar where you mark off each completed task. Whatever works for you, you just have to try something. Every time you see progress stacking up, your brain releases dopamine, reinforcing the habit. This hack changed my life because it flipped the entire productivity equation. Instead of battling distractions, I started craving deep work. Instead of forcing myself to stay focused, my brain was naturally drawn to execution. And over time, the same way social media used to be addictive, my goals became addictive. Now, training your brain to crave productivity is powerful, but if you're constantly overwhelmed with too many tasks, you'll still feel stuck. That's where hack number 5 comes in. Let's get into it. Hack number 5, the 3-task rule. Have you ever had a day where you felt like you were working nonstop, but at the end of it, you still felt like nothing important got done? That's because most people confuse busy with being productive. The real problem isn't that you're not working hard enough, it's that you're spending your time on many things that don't actually move the needle. That's why the 3-task rule changed my life. Instead of trying to do everything, you only focus on 3 high impact tasks each day, the ones that actually drive results. Because the truth is, not all tasks are created equal. Some things feel productive, but they don't actually push you forward. Checking emails, that's not progress. Clearing your desk, that's not progress. Organizing your notes for the 50th time, that's not progress. But the big things, the needle movers, those are the tasks that make success inevitable. Here's how it works. Step 1. Every morning, identify your top 3 most important tasks for the day. If you could only accomplish 3 things today, what would have the biggest impact? If something isn't essential, it doesn't go on the list. Step 2. Do the hardest task first. Most people procrastinate on the thing that matters most, and by the time they get to it, their energy is already drained. Attack the hardest, most important task early before distractions creep in and willpower fades. Step 3. Ignore everything else until these 3 are done. Email, tests, and busy work can wait. Your brain only has so much high quality focus in a day. Spend it where it actually matters. This hack changed my life because it completely eliminated overwhelm. Instead of drowning in an endless to-do list, I started executing on what actually mattered. Instead of feeling busy, I started making real progress. And at the end of the day, even if I only did 3 things, I knew they were the right things. Now you got the blueprint. 5 powerful productivity hacks that cost nothing but will completely change how you operate. You can take these, apply them, and start executing at a level most people never will. But here's the real question. Are you actually going to do it? Because knowing what to do is one thing. Actually following through, that's what separates the people who stay stuck from the people who take control of their time, their focus, and their results. And that's why on March 23rd, I'm hosting something totally free that's going to change everything for you. It's called the 12-week execution workshop, and it's designed to take everything we talked about today and turn it into an actual system that guarantees you stay locked in and executing at the highest level for the next 12 weeks. See, most people struggle with consistency, not because they don't want it, but because they don't have a clear structure to follow. They don't have a step-by-step system that keeps them on track, eliminates distractions, and forces them to execute. That's what we're building inside the workshop. In just one session, you're going to walk away with a 12-week execution plan that eliminates guesswork and keeps you locked in. You're going to also get an exact system for tracking your habits, your energy, and your focus so you never fall off. And also a strategy to finally break out the cycle of procrastination and distraction for good. But here's the deal. This is a one-time live event, and because I want this to be high level and interactive, I'm limiting the spots to keep it tight, focused, and impactful. Once the slots are gone, that's it. So if you're serious about taking the next 12 weeks and turning them into the most productive, locked in period of your life, this is your shot. Don't just take this information, apply it. Because the people who win aren't the ones who just watch videos. They're the ones who execute. Click the link below, lock in your spot, and I'll see you inside the workshop. But move fast because once this fills up, I'm closing registration. So let's get to work. Stay unstoppable.